G'day everybody, Blue here. Welcome back to Starfield. We're sitting in our ship, obviously, and we are... I can't remember where we actually finished up last episode. We're in Gamma Vulpes 2D on one of the moons there, and we sort of stopped here because there was this pipeline substation, which I thought was going to be some kind of a unique location, but it turns out that it's not really a unique location. So we're going to continue with exploration in a little bit, but I think towards the end of the previous episode we did actually talk about perhaps looking after a few of the quest lines. Various people do want to talk to us, including Sarah. Again, we haven't had a chat with Sam in a while, so we might actually just get some of these conversations done. I don't know. I don't know if we really want to have too many conversations all in the one, but we can perhaps maybe have a chat with Sam at the very least, see what he says.
Some folk never leave their hometown. Of all the places in the galaxy, only Neon can make me feel so damn oily. And you dealt with its absolute worst. Ryujin, Infinity LTD, all of it. You doing alright? That was a lot.
Living on the streets, I always wondered what it was like living the good life. Not as good as I pictured it.
Guess anywhere's better than slumming in an Epside. Even this. How come no matter how advanced society gets, we still just can't help coming up with new horrors to inflict on ourselves? Mechs, xeno-warfare, and now this neuroamp tech. I swear it's the worst yet. And you just let them keep working on it.
I thought I sort of pulled the plug on everything, because they didn't end up deploying it, right? Scientific progress marches on, no matter what we do.
Well, that's a cheery thought. It's true, but... with a piece of work like Ryujin, I know there isn't a good person to put in charge. I mean, I guess Masako's better than Ularu Chen, but you just know if violence, or being just plain evil was the path of least resistance, then Masako would pick it same as Ularu.
As horrible as Masako is, she was the least bad choice.
You're right. I know you're right. Well, the whole damned affair's over. Thank God.
Okay, so he just had a few comments.
Can we talk?
About what transpired with Ryujin Industries. Again, he wants to talk more about other stuff, I guess. But then there's this Juliana that we need to speak to. I can't exactly remember who this person is, so we'll find out. Let's actually take a look here. Ah, okay. So it's at New Homestead. Let's head there. Yeah, Juliana. Is it the wife of the farmer, maybe? Might be, because it's right there where they have like the crops and stuff. How do I actually go in? I guess maybe I should take the front entrance, that might help.
Hello?
Welcome to New Homestead.
Not that way. Maybe down this way? Oh, okay, maybe it's not at the farm. Oh, right, it's the doctor. My
I'll
bad.
treat you if you need it, but please try to be more careful around here. Do you need medical assistance?
I guess maybe we need to talk to her about the tourists. Is it difficult being a doctor in such an old-fashioned community?
Even though we don't have shiny new medical facilities, I imagine it's easier than wherever you're from. We have fewer people here, and we're very responsible when it comes to our personal health and welfare. So there's not much I can't handle. For anything else, we can get access to off-world specialists. Contrary to popular belief, we're not primitive.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I came back to talk about your problem with the tourists.
It's nothing personal, but they take a lot of time and resources away from my usual patients.
Oh yes, hang on a second.
Try to be careful out there.
This is something that we're not actually going to be doing because she wants us to scare some of the tourists away, and yeah, I'm not all about that. I think that's a little bit deceitful. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm just trying to mix things up, guys, and do a few different things, as opposed to, you know, doing all of that exploration, which we have been doing, you know, for a very, very long time. We've been doing, like, exploration for the last several episodes now, and I feel like it's high time that we just progress a few storylines. So let's have a chat with Keone here in Aquila City. I'm just trying to remember if there's anything that I need to get rid of, but judging by the weight that we're looking at here, I think we're probably okay. I do have a couple of skill points to try and spend. So I'm just sort of trying to think about what I want to work towards. I still need to redesign a ship to be able to unlock rank 4. This is just ship durability and repair and stuff. Payloads. This could be good, actually. Maybe we could just get some more space in the ship. That way we won't have to sort of worry about the amount of stuff that we throw in there. We've already got like rank 4 in piloting. I'm just trying to remember if there was a another skill that I need to be able to increase the number of people that we can have as crew members on the ship. I thought it was in here somewhere. Maybe not. Superior space suit, helmet, and pack mods might be interesting. Or maybe we should max out, like, pistol certification. Since we're using it quite a lot, that might actually be good. Particle beams. Rapid reload. I'm not really too interested in the rapid reload because though we've got ballistic reloading pretty quick already, so we probably don't need anything else. Armor penetration, that seems pretty good to me, but I think I'm gonna go with the final level for the pistol certification, since we use pistols quite often. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to the skills once more, guys, at some points to just figure out how to get more crew. Again, we're gaining skill points very, very slowly anyway, so it's a bit difficult to plan out what to get every single time, because there's a lot of stuff that's simply locked behind needing to do certain things several times as well, which is quite frustrating. So yeah. Obviously, aside from the jank, there's also this frustrating skill system that we have to deal with, which seems not very rewarding. So definitely more to be desired, that's for sure. Let's have a chat with Keone.
Smarter, better in the way we handle the ash stuff. Hey, how have you been? Staying out of trouble?
Scavengers. They're like vultures, picking away at the leftovers of the colony war. You'll find them scouring through old labs and facilities.
I could ask the same thing of you.
I suppose you could. Things here have been, well, they're better. The ice has thawed a bit between me and Davis. We'll probably never be friends, but at least we're on speaking terms now. I think he finally appreciates the value of my research.
I hope you apologize to him.
I did, repeatedly. In fact, so much that he asked me to stop, so I apologize for that, repeatedly. In fact, speaking of Davis, I have to confess, I'm a little worried about him. In analyzing the recent data, I've isolated readings suggesting that someone is making patrols far more often than in the recent past. I don't have any direct evidence, but I know it's Davis. It's gotta be. I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kinda, I don't know, pushed him over the edge, or at least a little too close to it.
If you were really worried, you'd go talk to him.
I have recognized that Davis has an emotional reaction to my presence. We're on speaking terms, but he still gets agitated. I don't want to make things worse. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing else, it would ease my conscience.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll speak to Davis on behalf of her. It seems to be the gist of this quest since day one as well. We're always sort of just being the go-between.
The fact that whoever sabotaged that robot is getting away with it is... Oh, brother. Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after?
I guess trouble has a way of following us, huh? Yeah, I get that a lot.
Can't say I'm surprised. So what can I do for you?
We're worried about how much time you're, spending outside the walls.
I don't know whether I should be reassured that someone cares or creeped out that someone's watching me that closely. Ah, that woman, I swear. Even though we've smoothed over most of the rough spots, she still manages to strike a nerve without even trying.
Keona's not doing anything to sabotage your work.
No, I know she's not. Might not have believed it when she first showed up in the town, but she's been honest and on the level. When we were out there and we found that robot, obviously that threw me for a loop. Still can't believe we don't know who was behind it. Not sure who I can trust now, you know? But the more I thought about it, that whole episode doesn't account for some of the tracks I saw out there. Too large, too spread out.
You think there's some other creature out there?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If there's a bigger Ashta out there, something meaner than what we've seen so far, I have to know. I tell you what, if you and Keona are worried, why don't you just come with me then? Either I get an extra gun in a fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I'll give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And, maybe grab the biggest gun you got, just in case.
Well, I'm already geared up, so let's get out there.
All right. You know, Keone showed me her data. She's a clever kid. She's got a lot of things figured.
Big guns. Well, what do we go with
Improvements in the future.
this inflictor? Haven't really used it that much.
She had a couple sets of data that she
No
thought
getting
were
in here.
erroneous or something. But it seems to me that it might not be. A bigger, faster Ashta sounds like it matches up with the tracks I've seen. But I tell you, I'm hoping she's right and it's just a glitch. And no need to tell her I said that. Wouldn't want it going to her head. All right, here we are. Let's head this way.
Look at the view. Quite nice, actually. That red-looking moon.
I remember a story from the first time I was here on Aquila. I had totally forgotten about it till recently. Every so often, we get independent types who think that they can succeed where everyone else has failed. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're going to make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botany stuff, whatever. Warnings just don't get through to them. Most of them don't come back. But this one-time miner from some corporation or other, he drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an Ashta big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious. And me, well, I was new as anything and just listened to him. Now, though, I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't just blood loss and heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago.
Whoa.
Shit, that's gotta be it. No
Okay.
matter what happens, you make it back to the city and tell them about this. You hear me?
Make sure Davis Wilson survives. Okay.
That's one big son of a bitch.
Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't too hard. Seriously, man. that was too easy. I was about to switch to like anti-grav or something, but all right, let's have a chat.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna make it through that. If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now.
I hope this puts your mind at ease.
I mean, it does, and it doesn't, you know? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this. Now that we know these things are out here, we need to track them and keep them out of populated areas. And that plan is gonna need everybody. So, I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't an error and that she needs to focus on it.
I'll get word to her immediately.
I know. I can count on you. Thanks again for saving my ass.
You're very welcome. Again, it was a little bit too easy, not gonna lie. I feel like this is something that we could have done like much early on in the playthrough. Level 20 I think that enemy was, so yeah, we're way over level for it now. Went down in just a couple of shots, really. Okay, so back to Keone.
Not sure if those runes sell it to you.
Yeah, this Varun weapon is actually pretty decent.
So, what happened?
Your data wasn't a mistake. It helped us find a new kind of Ashta.
Really? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't trust it! You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake. That I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they?
You know your worth. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah, you're right. If anything, this has proven I should trust my instincts. I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.
What do we get there? Legendary something. Let me just take a quick look at it right now. Ooh, okay. We haven't used one of these rifles in a very long time. Despondent Assassin Legendary Rifle. I guess maybe we can use it. We've been using Assassin's Hard Target for a while. We'll chuck that on. I will actually just compare it though. Hard target is 158. This is 151. Not as good, I guess. A little bit better in terms of firing rate though. Mass is better. Much better range. Bit better accuracy. Yeah, cool. Maybe we can even sell the hard target at this point, because if we'll use this one for a while, then there's no need for us to hang on to that. I'm sure we'll find another hard target at some point. In worst case scenario, we can always just, you know, buy a hard target and forge our own components for it, make it into something that we actually want to use. Alright, so that's one thing down. We've got a few other things here. Speak to Nurse O'Shea at the medbay. I'm not sure who this Nurse O'Shea is. I wonder if this is at New Atlantis. Maybe. Suspicious activities as well. And some smaller little bits and pieces here. Then there's all of this, where we can sort of give stories to SSNN. And I'm guessing this is just going to give us like some cash, and you know, it'll change the tune of what the SSNN broadcast is saying, and they'll start talking about, you know, some of this stuff. I don't know if I'm really that interested in that. Main quest. I really want to help this Diana on the ECS Constance. And I'm not entirely sure how we would go about like fixing that. But anyway, we have done one side quest there, and I think I'm pretty happy with what we've done so far. So I want to actually get back to exploring. So why don't we do that? We'll get ourselves to a main settlement first. Elios Retreat. Yep. We can get ourselves there. Again, we'll speed things up if we need to.
So we must be in the right place. A lot on your mind?
Set of stars.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, I reckon we'll get ourselves to this civilian outpost. We'll check out whether or not it's, you know, something worthwhile. It likely isn't. Might be just a run-of-the-mill kind of place, but you never know. I mean, generally speaking, the places that are worthwhile visiting are the ones that actually have some kind of a landing area, right? We are definitely not within the city limits.
Pleasant to see you.
So I don't think this is a worthwhile location. This one is actually kind of far. Yeah, as soon as I see, like, mountains like this, I get a little bit worried because sometimes it's quite difficult to actually climb. But this doesn't seem to be too steep, so hopefully we can get there without too much of an issue. There we go. Yeah, looks kind of stock standard. It just says civilian outpost. Doesn't actually have a name.
I wasn't expecting to see anyone else out here. I'm glad you stopped by. We're concerned about possible toxic fumes coming from nearby gas vents. We could use some help placing these sensors near the vents. Is that something you could do for us?
Sensors, okay. Sure.
I was hoping you'd say that. Thank you kindly.
I'm not sure if we've done something like this before. Place gas sensor, 3 out of 6. Apparently we've done some of this work before, or... Vapor analysts. Or vapor analysis, rather. Okay. Well, apparently... they're all out that way somewhere. I only see the 2 locations though, I don't know where the other one is. Okay. I guess it's actually only 2. For some reason I thought we needed to place like 6 of them. Okay, and we need to go back to the colonists as well. I wonder how much money we can make from this, like 3,000 creds, you reckon? Maybe less?
Thanks for everything. Feel free to visit anytime. Here,
2,000.
this is for you. I only wish I had more to give. Safe travels, friend.
Alright. Let's get going. Whoops. Again, I keep making the mistake of jumping out of my my cockpit. We do have a hail here.
I guess we'll have to do this the hard way.
Oh, it's a spacer. Yeah, okay. Well, spacers we can engage. I'm really having a hard time with the game sort of deciding on its own what amount of power it wants to allocate to my different systems. It is actually quite annoying. I don't know why the game does that, to be honest.
Target's jump system down.
There we go. Okay, this seems kind of unique. A Muybridge Pharmaceuticals lab. I'm not entirely sure if we've seen Muybridge Pharmaceuticals before. And that's, for some reason, a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Muybridge Pharmaceuticals. Oh, okay. Bounty hunters. Yep. What do we have out here? Is it SysDef or maybe Freestar?
Eliminate that target.
Direct hit to their grab drive. We have disabled their shields. Target has lost enemy's grab drive out of commission. Their grab drive is crippled. They're not escaping.
Very good. Not sure who these guys are. Oh, right, it's the bounty hunters and bounty defenders. Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, let's land. Again, hoping that this is some kind of a unique thing. Usually with the ones with these sort of names, there might be at the very least some computers or maybe some slates that we could look at. Just to flesh out the story a little bit more. I do see some people around here, which I assume we're going to have to fight. Maybe spacers. Nice. I'm not sure if perhaps maybe the enemies are only just the ones inside. That's all that remains, or perhaps maybe there's more. Yeah, place seems a little empty. Might have a few more targets down here. Guy hasn't noticed yet. Wonder if there's another entranceway over here in the back, maybe.
I am getting tired of this. Smells good!
Alright. Yeah, this place seems very familiar with one of the other bases that we've seen before. Let's open the door here. I think this is just some storage. And I think we still have a few more enemies in the area. Advanced. Let's see. Go like that, and actually, this is a little bit confusing. Oh no. You know what? I'm gonna not bother. It's only a locker, so we're likely not going to be finding anything super interesting in there anyway. Caverns. Bridge Caverns, okay. I wonder if I missed that the last time I went to a similar location. Whoop. Let's just stay hidden here. Might want to actually use a rifle instead. Very good. Let's continue to stay hidden here as much as we can. Expert. Actually, this space does seem a little bit familiar. I think we may have been into the caverns, into the previous area that we've been to as well. Chicken masala. Yum. What? Oh, okay. Yeah. The sort of flower-looking things. Not too much going on. Alright. Let's get back out. Which is this way, I think. There's still a few more targets in this general area as well, so we'll take those guys out and we'll move on. Right in there. We do have a ship that's actually just landing here, so I'm guessing they're getting reinforcements, maybe? Oh, okay, yeah, we've been discovered now. Oh. Guns blazing. We'll use some pistols. It's actually level 80. It could be a little bit tougher. I think we'll quickly use anti-grav field. Let's give us an advantage. Try and float him out of cover. Nice. Okay, what do we have here? A bit of toast. Some butter. I mean, I don't know about like just totally eating like 3 sticks of butter like that. Probably not the best for your health, but whatevs. So, the question is whether or not we're going to have to deal with the guys that have just landed outside. Yeah, I'm not seeing any slates or computers that might give us anything interesting. I think there could be an office that might have something, maybe? Yeah, right here. Progress report. We believe that properties of the cavern have led to fungal growth with medicinal properties, while spores consumed in the cave appear to dramatically reduce inflammation. The task of making this a viable commercial product can't proceed until we find some way to stabilize their properties. Maintenance. The creatures that live in the cave system must be kept alive. Our current working theory is that they interact with the spores in some way to create an ecosystem scaffold that allows for the properties we've observed. Whether or not we can recreate that ecosystem in an industrial setting remains to be seen. Okay, there you go. It's not too much to go on, but yeah. I guess they were trying to harness the power of those funguses down there, or those fungi. P-wave analysis. Manual P-wave analysis of the cave system indicates that there is a lot more to this place than we first suspected. The area beyond this cave appears as a dead zone, almost like we're looking into deep space, a huge deposit of pure nothingness. Nothing we are aware of has properties like this. I have a friend at Stroud who is into this sort of thing. I'm sending him my findings to see if he has any experience with the results like ours. I wonder if have we been here before? It doesn't seem like it, right? Remaining staff. We've had to dismiss the remaining staff temporarily at least. They've received what severance we can afford to give, as well as promise that we'll bring them back. That we'll bring them back on once our company has a real product that can bring that it can bring to the market, or we secure funding from other sources. This isn't the first time they've heard this, so they took it as well as you could hope. What is glunch? Okay, we've seen that entry before, I feel like. Okay. I think it is time for us to move on. Yeah, so the folks down there haven't exactly moved in, unless they've decided to retreat. Don't need to board the ship, I think. We can just try and continue exploring from here. And yeah, so we looked at all this system, and I thought that might be an interesting place to look at. I think it's time to move on, though.
Target's grab drive has been knocked offline.
So we're not engaged just yet, so I think maybe we should be able to just move on and not worry about fighting these guys. Okay, guys. So, we have, I guess, done some side quests and also did a little bit of exploration in this one. We've really done some good work in terms of exploration, and we've pretty much visited almost all the star systems in the settled systems. There's probably a few more star systems to go, which are still in red. There's this one here, which seems a bit far to get to. I'm not entirely sure if we've got the grav jump capability to get there, but we'll obviously try. When we come back, I think we'll start again with looking at some side quests. There's a couple in the activities lists that I think we can cross out, and then we should be able to continue with exploration, or perhaps maybe we can consider trying to get to our powers, or retrieve the last power that we've got, which is obviously part of the Constellation questline. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to take a break here. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like or a dislike or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.